For decades, we've dreamed of building machines that don't just calculate, but actually think. Not just follow instructions, but reason, learn, and communicate, almost like a human. Today, that dream feels closer than ever before. From self-driving cars navigating busy streets to AI assistants helping us manage our day, intelligent machines are reshaping our world in ways we once only imagined. But this didn't happen overnight. The story of artificial intelligence is a long, fascinating journey, full of breakthroughs, setbacks, winters of doubt, and remarkable comebacks. So, how did we move from punch cards and vacuum tubes to ChatGPT and the powerful generative AI models of today? Let's take a trip back in time and explore the history of AI, from its beginnings in the 1950s all the way to the present day. Our story begins in the 1950s. The world was just emerging from the shadows of World War II, and computing was still in its infancy. Giant machines filled entire rooms and operated with punch cards. In 1950, a British mathematician named Alan Turing published a groundbreaking paper titled Computing Machinery and Intelligence. He asked a deceptively simple but profound question: can machines think? To answer this, Turing proposed what we now call the Turing test, a way to measure whether a machine's behavior is indistinguishable from that of a human. This idea sparked excitement across the scientific community. Fast forward to 1956, when a group of scientists gathered at Dartmouth College for a workshop. Led by John McCarthy, they coined the term artificial intelligence for the first time. Their mission? To figure out how machines could simulate every aspect of human learning and intelligence. This moment marked the official birth of AI as a formal field of study. In 1951, Christopher Strachey created a program that played checkers, a small step, but a big deal at the time. By the late 1950s, programs like the logic theorist and the general problem solver could prove mathematical theorems and solve puzzles, mimicking human reasoning in limited ways. In 1965, Eliza, one of the first chatbots, amazed users by mimicking a psychotherapist, reflecting questions back to them in surprisingly human-like ways. These early systems relied on symbolic AI, hard-coding rules and logic to represent intelligence. Researchers believed human-level AI was just around the corner, with some predicting it would arrive within a generation. But they were wrong. By the 1970s, reality set in. While early AI systems could solve specific problems, they struggled with the ambiguity and complexity of the real world. They couldn't adapt or learn, they were just following rigid rules. Interest and funding dried up. Governments lost patience. This period became known as the first AI winter, a time of reduced optimism, investment, and progress. AI was no longer the hot topic it once was. But behind the scenes, new ideas were quietly taking shape. The 1980s brought a revival with the rise of expert systems. These rule-based programs aimed to mimic the decision-making processes of human specialists. One famous example was XCON, used by Digital Equipment Corporation to configure complex computer systems. Suddenly, businesses saw practical potential in AI. Applications in medicine, finance, and geology emerged. Japan launched its ambitious fifth-generation computer project, betting heavily on AI's future. It seemed AI was back on track, but again, limitations appeared. Expert systems were brittle. They couldn't learn from new data or adapt to change. Maintaining thousands of rules became a nightmare. By the late 1980s, another slowdown set in, the second AI winter. The 1990s brought fresh hope with a new approach, machine learning. Instead of programming intelligence explicitly, what if machines could learn from data? This shift led to the rise of statistical methods, neural networks, and pattern recognition. Computers became faster. Data became more abundant. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov, a defining moment proving machines could beat humans in complex strategic tasks. During the 2000s, techniques like support vector machines and early deep learning gained traction. Search engines improved, spam filters got smarter, and AI quietly became more useful in everyday life, even if it wasn't always headline news. Then came the explosion in AI capability, driven by three key ingredients. 1. Massive datasets from the internet and sensors. 2. Powerful graphics processing units, or GPUs, to accelerate computation. 3. breakthroughs in deep neural networks that could model complex patterns. In 2012, a deep learning model called AlexNet stunned the world by winning the ImageNet competition, revolutionizing image recognition. This marked the start of the deep learning era. Suddenly, AI excelled at tasks like vision, speech recognition, and natural language processing. Siri, Alexa, and Google Translate, all powered by these advances, became household names. In 2016, DeepMind's AlphaGo defeated Lee Sedol, the world champion in the ancient game of Go, a milestone once thought impossible for AI. By the end of the decade, AI was everywhere, from our phones and social media feeds to logistics, finance, and beyond. And then came generative AI, machines that don't just analyze data, but create. In 2020, OpenAI released GPT-3, a language model trained on hundreds of billions of words. It could write poems, stories, essays, even computer code, often indistinguishable from human writing. In 2022, OpenAI launched ChatGPT, bringing conversational AI to millions around the world. It wasn't perfect, but it was the most human-like AI the public had ever seen. Generative models like DALL-E, Midjourney, and Claude soon followed, producing images, music, and more. AI was no longer hidden behind the scenes. It was front and center, transforming education, marketing, design, coding, and countless other fields. Today, AI stands at a crossroads. The possibilities are staggering: curing diseases, personalizing education, tackling climate change, and much more. But the risks are real too. Bias in algorithms, misinformation, job displacement, and even concerns about long-term safety. The question is no longer, can machines think? It's, how should we use thinking machines? From the visionary dreams of Turing and McCarthy to the transformative power of ChatGPT and beyond, AI's story is far from over. In many ways, it's just beginning. If you found this journey through AI's history insightful, please hit subscribe for more deep dives like this. Don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell us, what do you think is next for AI? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.